Hello everybody, GL1 here. Welcome to my online toy museum. And today I'm going to go over some small construction sets with you, most notably the Harry Potter Hogwarts castle in miniature. And I want to go over some of the instructions with it and kind of give you some of the difficulties and that I encountered on this. So the first thing I'll say is it's a lot of pieces. I think it's about 6,000, over 6,000 pieces, and they're all really tiny. And you might have to use like magnifying glasses to build this. And it comes with 4 minifigures. You have Voldemort, Harry Potter, and you have Hermione, and then there's another dark-haired guy, but I assume that's supposed to be Ron, but I'm not really sure. So as you can see here they are with the set, and they're really not to scale, but that really doesn't matter. What is kind of neat is that they are tiny versions of Lego pieces. So here's Harry Potter, and here is a Lego Dumbledore. So you can see it's like mini-me, much smaller, right? So Harry Potter has been miniaturized. Although, maybe when he was a little kid, that might have been the right actual perspective. So anyway, there you go. So you have minifigures, and they actually have legs that move like Lego, and they have their head swivels. So, really cute. You actually had to put this back piece together. So there's a lot of little details. And then here's Hermione. All right, so you can see she's got the long hair. And then there you go. You have Voldemort. And oh, you know what? See, maybe they're both Harry Potter. It's just that one he's winking. I don't know. Well, in any case, that's what you get. And now you can't really turn the wrists. They don't really turn. So, all right, on to the castle. So, comes in a box like this, and I ordered this from Temu. I was able to get it for like $11 when they first came out. Now they're about 38 or something like that, 32, and it's still definitely well worth it. There were some extra pieces left over. So, as you can see, there's some leftover pieces. And I actually changed the castle a bit, so I did make use of the extra pieces. But, all right, the most difficult part about any of these sets, see all these over here, is the base. Now, episode, 321, I believe, I built this, all right? And this was a lot of pieces, over 3,000. And this was quite difficult. And again, the base is the most difficult, getting everything set, because what pieces they use and where are very specific. Okay, whether they're 4 divots or 3 divots or 2 divots or 1. I actually built this thing here extra. And then I remembered this tower. You can watch that episode 361 or 323. This I had to take apart and start all over again because it was quite difficult. But and I had some extra pieces left over for the mountains here in the back, so I made the mountains taller. So anyway, but that was a lot of fun. And then 323, this Chinese garden, okay, based on a real garden. Again, also very difficult on the base because the pieces were very specific on what you put where, and if you just wing it and don't really, pay attention to what pieces, things are going to be off, and then it's very difficult to find where you went off and how to fix it. And the pieces stick together really, really strong, stronger than Legos. You need a little piece to lift something like this, and it even comes with, there's another tool that sometimes these sets come with that has like a little knife-like piece to kind of get underneath the piece. Actually, the Harry Potter castle came with that. This came with the Taj Mahal, which I built that And so that was the cute little. I made some modifications to it because it fell apart a little too easily. And I had some extra pieces. So it had these squares underneath here, but then they would fall apart. So I just made them all circles. That was a little stronger. And I didn't know what else to do with these extra pieces, so I just stuck them underneath there. But you can see it also had little stickers that you put on. So this is the front entrance. All right, so I tried to make that symmetrical. But you can see that it's a little curved. But, you know, I don't know. This is a couple hundred pieces, and it was fun to put together. And pretty sturdy. All right, so our Harry Potter castle. This, I'd say, you know, having had experience with the other things first helped me build this, but I still will say the base is definitely the hardest part. Once you start getting into actually building the walls and castle pieces, then it really goes pretty smoothly, just like any other Lego set. All right, so they all stick together, and then this is where it really matters, again, to really pay attention, because you're going to have these things lined up. And as you can see, there's all these different pieces. You know, you have the base pieces at the bottom, but then you have these other pieces that go over, and then all these other different size pieces, and that's all going to matter, because when you start getting into building this, if things are off, one is, even though it comes with some extra pieces, it doesn't come with the extra pieces that you might need if it's off. And then you're searching and searching. Sometimes there's only two of a certain piece, and you need that piece to make it happen. And without it, you can't. It's going to be off. And I did run into some trouble with this one in here. And I just and this too. And I ended up just kind of, I had enough pieces to kind of wing that. But I also changed this tower. Once I knew, this was the last thing in the instructions that you build. Once I knew that it was a done deal, I was pretty much going to finish it no matter what, and it was going to look good. I made some modifications to the towers here. What also is neat is these, you see that there's different colors in here, like they have flags and stuff coming down. So that's pretty neat. I also changed this entrance here because this connects to this, you know, walkway here, and it didn't really have like a smooth path, so it just didn't work. And if you look here, so this is the original tower, the way they had that set up, and I wanted it to be a little bit more beefy and a little taller, and, you know, sort of have it where that they could walk out and there'd be like a balcony and they could walk around. And then I changed you know, these two here, but, you know, just some minor changes there. I made this a little taller because I wanted it to be stronger, so I connected it. I wanted to connect up in here so it wouldn't fall over, because you can, the original design, it's not connected up here, and that can fall off, so I wanted to make it a little tougher. What you do here on the base, as far as, you know, the vegetation and stuff, it kind of is up to you. But you can see a lot of detail, the courtyard. And what's really great, you know, as I'd said to Miss GL1, I love building castles, I love Legos, but I really don't have the space for these things anymore. So to have these little tiny sets is just great. And, you know, I've spent thousands of dollars on Legos in my life, and I know Lego's probably not happy about, you know, people buying things that are not Lego, but they've kind of done it to themselves. I mean, they're expensive, and they really, even though they started with their architecture Legos, those are really expensive, and these are cheap. I mean, you know, $11, $30 for this, and to get yourself the Harry Potter's castle in, you know, really nice detail. You can look at it. You can enjoy, you know, just thinking about the world of Harry Potter. Again, you have, you know, the different colors you can see behind it, like they have flags inside. It's just nice to be able to have this, right? And all of that snaps together, so you can, you know, or you can just have them apart. All right. And this here, this is a couple of sets. This is a little miniature Lego Harry Potter build-it-yourself kind of castle, and you can do all kinds of designs. What's neat about this is it's tiny, but it uses regular size Legos. So, kind of neat. It came with a Dumbledore that kind of had like a pinkish or fuchsia outfit, and I have two of them because I bought two of these sets, and I put them in two different places, and I cannot find either one. But this is my Dumbledore to my off-brand Harry Potter building set that I will also show you. But actually, I've ordered some others. I'm going to build a whole little Harry Potter castle, off-brand castle, and I mixed in there's some regular Lego Harry Potter stuff, and I will be showing you that as well. Here's something neat. This is the off-brand Lego guy. I don't remember the name. I'm watching the Harry Potter movies again right now and trying to really figure it out, but it's difficult for me to remember all the names. But then this is one of the wizards that was bad, and this is before Voldemort had his full power, and when he took off his turban, Voldemort's like disfigured head was attached to him. He didn't have the power to have his own body yet. So if you'll remember in, let's see, I think it was the Chamber of Secrets, Voldemort showed up with, or maybe it was the Sorcerer's Stone, but I can't remember which one. It's kind of all one big movie to me. But anyway, there's Voldemort on the back of his head. So that's kind of cool. So here's the instructions. And I want to show you here real quick. You see? So here's what they do. They go and they say, hey, look, here's a bunch of pieces that are going to go in this set. Here's the base, how it starts, and here's this piece that's going to go on top of it. It's really difficult sometimes to figure out where the line of everything is. Like, what is this piece that's there? What is this piece? What size are they again? But they're really like, hey, we gave you this. We showed you this. You figure it out. And that just continues. And then what they do is they gray out what you already had done. And then they go, look, this, and look, there's this and this. You figure it out. That, I remember, was not that easy. And it continues like that, but you see, and you just kind of, but once you start getting into the layers here, it's much easier to tell the delineation of where the pieces are, you see? So, all right, so you could see, now this is definitely not Lego. It's a little bit harder than Mega Bloks. So it's you know, I'd say it's a next step up from Lego, from Mega Bloks. But take a look at this, because this is what I have in my near future. And when I finish this, I will show you. So they put a sticker right on the box of the picture, the big picture of this castle. All right, so I'm going to build this, right? This dream castle. Again, this is like a $5, $3 purchase from Temu. And I'm like, well, why not, right? And this is the instructions. Now, Mrs. GL1 said this is a lot like sewing instructions. So I don't sew, so I don't know that. But it's kind of like a 3D printer. So what they do is they go and they say, hey you, look, you're going to start with this. Fine. Then you're going to say, here's all these pieces, and you're going to look down, and you're going to apply them like that. Okay. And then you just keep looking down. That's the only image you get, is these pieces looking down, these pieces looking down. And then you're just supposed to put them on top, right? Always looking down. And then, ta-da, this is what you finish with. That is your down view. Never having a sideways view other than the box, which they put a sticker on, and they don't even show you the sides. So I don't know whether this is going to be difficult or really simple. It's going to be a first for me to put together something with instructions like that. But anyway, if you've never done that, I will let you know what it's like. So thanks for watching, and I will be back in the future with those Harry Potter sets, and I even have some pretty cool Harry Potter action figures, some high quality ones that I have not shown you yet, but I was waiting for, you know, more Harry Potter stuff. So I will be talking to you soon, and take care.